Hey everyone, Shawn Clement here at the Richmond Hill Golf Learning Center. We're just opening our driving range. We left the canopy open so that we can soak in a bit of vitamin D. And so today we're hitting shots outside with Savannah. It's our first session outdoors. You go from inside, we got the keep outside, and we got the keep off grass and the wet paint. Now all of a sudden we got flags. We got checkered flags and red flags, we got trees and all that stuff. So we just want to stay with a specific target. Doesn't matter what it is, okay? So we're going to hit a couple of shots. What iron do you have there?
4.
So you have a 4 iron. Isn't that nice? And so what is the shot that you want to hit? Come on back here. So how about we hit a shot that starts a little left of the 150 and comes back to the 150? We use this as your intermediate point. So you notice we always want to pick an intermediate point in front of the ball. So use those rubber tees at the range and really look from back here and make sure that you're getting your bearings from face on, okay? So now, go ahead and set up to that. And then let's make the prediction. If you swing to the left edge of that intermediate point, does it feel like you're going to hit it flush?
Yeah.
Okay, so what feel are you going to use to deliver in that direction? Low effort, nice velocity, whip out there, right? Okay. Great miss. So that was spot on. So it was just a little heavy.
Yeah.
You still hit that 180. It started a little left of the 150, drew right back there. So that would be an awesome miss. It'd be in the front of the green, and you can get up and down easily from there. So let's see another one here. Come on back. Always retake your bearings on every shot. Don't assume it's there again. So, does the setup fit the picture? What feel are you going to use to deliver into the picture? Oh yeah. Notice that was a lot more flush?
Yeah.
So that started a little left and it drew a little to the right. Awesome shot. That'd be right side of the green. So you want to try fade?
Sure.
Okay. So fade now, come on back here. If we started at a little right of the checkered flag and faded it back on the 150, do you have your bearings with that intermediate?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Does that setup match the picture? All right. So, the shot started on line, but instead of fading, it drew.
Yeah.
Before we do anything drastic, before we, have a knee-jerk reaction to that, we're just going to set up another one, go for the same target, but this time I want you to confirm that your backswing matches that picture. So we're going to go over the intermediate point, left edge, or right edge, pardon me, and fade it back to 150. Now, was your club face a little more open than your draw from before? Did you change your grip at all? Oh, okay.
I just did.
You just did, okay. So, the setup, when you swing in that direction, does it feel like the ball now is going to draw less?
Yeah.
Okay. So show me just the first 2 feet of the backswing. Does that fit the intermediate point? Good. All right. So, let's see a nice whip in that direction, low effort. All right, so we have that nice shape of the shot now, so your club face was better. However, the ball started just a little too far left and stayed left.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got the flavor. Come on back here again. So this time I want you to really feel that you're going to stay to the right side of that flag. Don't let it start to the left side of the flag and then let it fade back. Okay, so that ball position feels just a hair forward to center. Awesome. Good. That's much better. So that's a nice straight fade. It stayed just a little left of the 150. Now, are you getting behind the ball like you were with a draw? You're not? Okay, so you understand that because the ball is already a little forward to center, you're already behind it, right? So let's see you aim a little more to the right. Yes, ball 4 to center, that's it. And really feel that your momentum can stay to the right of that flag. Oh yeah. So you see what's going on?
Yeah.
So we got fade, fade, fade. So we're going left, 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 left. Can you see how we're getting back to the target now?
Yeah.
So now your brain is starting to say, hey, this is suiting a lot more the look that I want.
Yeah.
So let's see one more. So aim even more to the right. That's it. Ball forward. Excellent. Stay right. So that stayed to the right, but it still drew. Now, did it feel like you released all the way out there, or did it feel like you released a bit at the bottom?
At the bottom.
So this is the mistake I see a lot of people do. They did not confirm that they felt the release all the way out there, and they weren't aware of it. And because they released at the bottom, the club face will square too soon. And then instead of that fade, you're double crossing it, and it's going a little to the right.
Yeah.
Okay? So show me one practice swing above the ball. Observe the blur of your club above the ball as you swing to the right of that. So did that stay to the right enough? So aim more right. There you go. Now keep the momentum to the right. So notice that went right over the intermediate point. You want to stay right of that, so aim more to the right. Can you see the blur now where it's going? So stay right of that hole. There it is. Now, did you see the blur stay to the right of that intermediate point?
Yeah.
So now, with that club face and that ball position, we should get the ingredients that we need for that fade. Good. Stay right with a nice whip. Ah, look at that. So now it's starting on line and it's staying straight, so we got a straight fade. Man, we're getting hot now. This is great. All right. Ditto. So we're staying right of that intermediate point. Nice whip, low effort. There it is. Awesome. Didn't that feel nice and flush?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it was way out there? Okay. So now we're fine tuning. So obviously in the next month, I definitely want her to really work on this fade and really fine tune that fade. And now you've got the ingredients that you need to do that. Do you want to try another club?
Sure.
Okay. Which one do you want to go with? Do you want to try a hybrid? Okay, let's do the hybrid. So now, the hybrid is a wider club, isn't it? So the ball, that's going to affect the ball position. So we want center of the club head, the center of mass, to be slightly behind center for draw, which means the ball's just going to be a hair forward to center. There you go. So if you stay left edge of that intermediate point, we should be basically hitting our draw to 150. Oh my, that's beautiful. How good is that? Awesome. So that was spot on, right? That'd be a nice tap-in birdie right there. And she basically carried that about 190, so that's really looking good between your 3 hybrid and your 4 iron. We just got some new clubs for her, so excellent. Great, good tag, good compression. Now notice, whoa, that's pretty good. That's 195 on the fly there. Now, why did it go a little more to the right though? Did you stay with your intermediate point?
No.
You kind of drifted away from that target, right? So come on back here, let's reload the target. So we want a little left of 150 back to 150. Good. You know what feel you're going to use? Awesome. Oh, baby, look at that. Oh, that's beautiful. That is so good. Man, I couldn't be prouder. That's awesome. So hybrid's obviously a keeper.
Yeah.
So your irons are doing great, hybrid's great. Why don't we cool down with a couple of wedges, all right? And we'll do, you gotta save the driver for next time, okay? You gotta let you guys digest a little bit. So, why don't you go with just the sand wedge? Wanna go lob wedge? 56? Let's go 56. So we're just going to hit some soft wedges. That checkered flag right there is 67 yards. So if you just, let's see you do some smooth swings toward there. So left edge of that intermediate point, ball a hair back of center. Is it? Yeah, there you go. Let it release left of that intermediate point. All right. So notice you went from long irons, 4-iron, hybrid, then you go to a wedge, skull, right? So a really good idea when you're going from a much longer club for a few swings to a shorter club, do a couple of practice swings. Show me a little perpetual motion there. Let momentum cut the grass a bit. So doesn't that feel like, how come it's not cutting grass? Well, hello, let the club come closer to you. Lower yourself some more, bring the chest down, that's it, there you go. So notice it's now just barely brushing the grass. Lower. Bring your chest down more. Bring your knees down more. There, now where's it cutting grass? Right here? Okay. So does that seem just a little bit closer to you than before?
Yeah.
So let gravity cut the grass toward the checkered flag. There we go. Now, instead of a skull, we have a nice thin shot. It was just a little bit low on the face, but that was the height and the trajectory that we want for the wedge. Now, when you're going to allow the sole of the club to deflect along the ground, you should definitely feel a nice little thump there, right? So, lower the hands. That's it. Now, eyes there. Can you see the sole of the club in a great position to cut that dandelion stem?
Yeah.
Now when the sole of the club cuts through the dandelion stem, you should feel and hear some nice friction with the grass, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Gorgeous. Perfect little draw wedge back. So right now we're into the wind, about a half club wind, and you're hitting that sand wedge about 80, 85 yards. So that's pretty decent. So that would be your 90-yard club.
Yeah.
And your lob wedge is basically going to be your 70, 75-yard club. So we're in business. Right on, Saf. Thanks, everybody.